Bless a young nigga like me. Bless me. Bless a young nigga like me. Bless me.
Bridges out there with Green. Then it's Mark Williams. And Thompson in at the post. And it's handed by Bridges.
How about that first and bounce from Bridges on the throwdown as he rolled right by the defender?
One thing you know you're going to get from Bridges, he can really score.
That has never been a problem for him. He's always been able to put it in the basket. He's got a really good feel. He's on the offensive end.
All the way.
Pass to Bridges.
You got a 2K creative player on your team?
Excellent dribble move by Bridges. He keeps polishing that part of his game every year.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Out to Thompson. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Here's Cunningham.
Hey.
Cunningham with the dunk.
And he can make some jaw-dropping plays. Cunningham loves to get to the 10 and finish with authority.
Bridges. Good. Bridges got 6 points.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the
Service
centerpiece
to
of the
Byers.
offense today. You can bank on that.
And really, over the years, Harris has worked so hard on that jumper, now reaping the rewards of all his labor.
Here's Curry. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great defense that time from Duran.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
That one goes.
Gotta do
Oh,
more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Bridges inside. Landed by Bridges.
Nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Duran. Rebound by Williams. Points have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Bridges attacking.
I love the athleticism he brings to the table. Bridges can really score on the move and still maintain control of his body in those tight windows.
Cunningham on the wing. Last game out, 36 points for him. Hardaway with the steal. Thompson in the corner. Lets it go with the 3. Kept alive. For the 3. Detroit, no good that time either. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Hornets. They couldn't put the pieces together using that last matchup with Boston.
They made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got his second basket.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. And he's got a great feel around the rim.
Outside for Curry. Good on the three-point shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Thompson. Out to Harris. Pass to Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And what strikes me about Gabe Cunningham is he's still capable of doing more on the floor, and he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
It's Curry outside. Bridges.
Flipping the switch right now. There's no stopping Miles Bridges. He knows it, and his teammates do too.
Cunningham looking it over. Hardaway kicks to Cunningham. On the wing, Harris. Detroit, no good that time either.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, is always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
That one is off. The Hornets they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
Cunningham, a beautiful reverse layup. Cunningham's got 8.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
The Hornets have gone 7 of 8 from the field, starting the game. Fairly not
He's scared of.
Not much of the line there.
He's scared.
Violation. So it's the Pistons now. They trail by 1. Now let's go to David Aldridge. We had a chance to talk with head coach Charles Lee.
Talked about how dialed in he is on Kate Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean you have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams too. Everything is on the table tonight. Let's see what they come up with for Kate. Guys?
Thank you, David.
We've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And there's the pass to Thompson. On the wing, Harris. Bridges with the steal.
Y'all ain't stopping it.
Shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's on Ausar Thompson.
Well, I tell you what, you got to like the aggressiveness there from Bridges because he forced the defense that time to commit the foul.
This game marked the season finale for both sides. We have had another great regular season in the NBA. This one is in the books.
You're on top of it, right on, Kevin. And you look back on the season, how much has changed with all the surprises. I mean, it's amazing how quickly things can change in the NBA.
It's deflected
Stupid ass boy.
to the inside. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the chance.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Bridges attacking.
Tell you, Thompson right now, you're not ducking. Just stop.
Duran's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Hardaway. Rebound by Williams. Charlotte trailing. Outside Curry. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Now I see some numbers for Tobias Harris. He's putting up about 14 points tonight, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Here's Thompson.
I bet can't shoot. Like, his shot ugly as hell.
Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Bridges against Duran. Bridges attacking. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got 7 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Bridges. Over to the wing.
No, Kate, not by the 2K grid, Kev.
Cunningham with some nice D.
Give me that shit. I
So
can
it's
do
Cunningham will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Here's Bridges. Stuffed. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And Duran slams it in.
Nothing soft about the
Like, I just want to know how you
And
guys
one chance,
pick up
right?
basketball.
Take
You
the
don't
dust
give
you've
a
got.
Well,
Like,
you know,
what?
nobody's going to put a body on it, and that's going to be the result.
And there's the
Hey.
And for fewest turnovers per game, not really their strength. Top 20 in the league. I think they're just forcing a few too many chances on the offensive end.
Pistons win by 3. Cunningham outside. If you're wondering who's been the best among the men in the middle, look over. Here are the leaders in rebounding for the second half of the season. Number 5 is Jalen Duran.
And he has taken his rebounding very seriously since the break. It's really paid off for him and his team.
Already a very confident player, knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Here's Simpson, covered by Cunningham. The turnaround Jay. That one a little long.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling back there.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Cunningham outside. Duran the pass to Cunningham. Here's Thompson, second shot opportunity. The kick out to Cunningham. Pistons passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot. And Duran slams it in.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
How about TK Grant?
They kick it out to Green.
Oh, give me one.
Here's Simpson.
Good bucket. What's this nigga
Rebound
on bucket?
by the
This
Pistons.
nigga.
This game's coming after a loss against the Bucks.
You guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and you know, to come up short at the line is frustrating because that's controllable and it's actually a free throw. So you feel like you leave loose change out there when you don't convert.
Hornets trail by 7. Curry with it. Picked up by Thompson. Now Detroit moving it up. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Green with the rebound.
Look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Pistons leading by 7. Here's Harris.
He's trying to
Absolutely Egyptian by Curry.
It's huge whenever Seth Curry comes up with the block. I think it ignites the entire team.
Passes it to Bridges. Takes a 3. They get it again. Here's Williams. Finished off by Williams.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Out to Thompson. Over Green. No good off the back of the rim.
They've been sensational on the backdoor to start this game.
Yes, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Fourth team foul.
Here's Curry. 17 points for him last game against Boston. Bridges against Harris. Bridges attacking. And they'll get another chance. Blows the flashy windmill jam. And Thompson kicks to Harris. Hardaway. Look. No good with the triple. Hornets trail by 5. Bridges with it. Hardaway picks him up. Oh, Bridges double team. Here's Simpson. Cranes the There's 49 seconds left to play in the first. Thompson outside. Hornets with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
There you go.
Here's Bridges. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And it's Harris with the ball for the Pistons. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. It's tipped. It's stolen by Duran. And another turnover here by Detroit.
All the way. I don't want ball when you get that bit of all the way.
6 seconds left in the first. Here's Curry. And it's good. Look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
Ready? Football. Football, yeah. That skinny ass nigga though. He fast as fuck though. Who the fuck that was? Think about me.
They're going to switch the call. There's no doubt that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another.
It's been all about Miles Bridges for the Hornets. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. Back to the action in just a minute. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
Bridges out there with Green. Then it's Mark Williams. And there's Seth Curry. And Simpson in the point guard position. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Cade Cunningham. Bridges against Harris. Bridges misses.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to happen.
Yeah, still close, but their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort.
The Pistons shooting the fifth and sixth quarters in the game. The first one falls. And Drake, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Oh, man.
6 to shoot. Hangs in midair and converts on the double foot slam. Thompson's got 11 points.
Who is that?
Player, Thompson.
Thanks a lot, man.
Handy around the basket.
Get to it.
Curry on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway.
Man, that didn't even.
Curry against Hardaway.
I got laid
Epic
all
hours, and the Pistons lead is cut down to just one on the basket from Curry.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Basket counts.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham's number. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
Oh,
Here's Bridges.
Oh, God.
And then with 2 free throws coming up, officials on the call with the foul.
Personal foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pistons.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
NBA, you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development. Bridges with the steal. Oh, here comes Curry all alone. Finished off the break. He's got 9.
Hey, he's so good at running to the right spot at the right time in transition. Seth Curry, somebody you've got to have an eye on in the open court.
Bounce pass from Cunningham. An offensive rebound. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And
Their
defense is aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
And I don't think we can ignore the activity they've shown on the defensive end. Plenty of quick hands, and it's resulted in a number of steals.
And what stands out most, Clark, about Mark Williams, it has to be his rebound.
Yeah, he's a glass-eating machine, and on a per-minute basis, he's one of the best in the league at corralling boards. But he's had a little bit of an issue staying healthy. When he's on the floor, though, he gives them a real powerful presence up front.
Pass to Simpson. It's hauled in by Harris.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Duran finds Thompson. Hammers the alley-oop.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the ball.
Here's Simpson. Covered by Cunningham. It's tipped. It's stolen by Cunningham. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. It's deflected. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Hornets running again. Curry. Wide open. Harry's corner three. Curry's got three.
Just a great job of controlling the defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
7 straight fast break points. They've got the defense gasping for breath right now.
And while we have a chance, the numbers for Thompson. About 10 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
Outside Williams.
Oh, red back there.
And it's blocked. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Detroit ball.
How they take possession? He just slap it. Big black.
The Pistons lead it.
Shit.
Inside, Hardaway. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
I thought he had time to run back.
Cunningham's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Simpson. Covered by Cunningham. Floats it up for Williams. Up high to stuff the alley.
And you can see him give a nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Cunningham outside. In the corner, it's Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Hardaway. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which teams have the most buckets in transition since the All-Star break. In 4th, the Pistons.
You know, as the season wears on, the team that can stay fresh can take advantage. They continue to get out and run, and teams are struggling to keep up.
Here's Curry. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
You know, he started the game knocking down shots, guys, and now in the second quarter, he's taking it to another level.
Cunningham up top. 14 points for him. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in. Cunningham's got 16.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Simpson the pass to Williams.
Outside. Nah, he just laid my ass.
Back to
Hell no.
Williams.
Hell no.
Rebound, Detroit. Duran's.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Nice to see Cunningham strike from mid-range. He obviously isn't afraid of mixing up his offense.
Simpson the pass to Green. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Green against Thompson. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Thompson. Now it's a 5-point Piston lead.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to put some physicality in the paint.
Good to see a player going all out
Shit trash.
in the games this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Here's Cunningham. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
Mark Williams.
Team foul.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham. A talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Hornets trail by 5. Here's Curry. He's got 14. To the middle. Williams passes to Simpson. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And he gets the whistle for the 30-second call.
Third and block. 5th and fewest turnovers per game. And they're right there among the top 5 in terms of second chance points. Just a tremendous work ethic at attacking the glass. They just keep after it.
Greg, as you said, they're nearly all top of the league in block shots. You better be able to score from the perimeter against it because it is not easy to bring it inside.
Picking up his second foul here has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line.
Taking 2 shots.
And it's a super first half for him at the free throw line.
Yeah, he's been his best up there. He's got the confident stroke going today. You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about.
Lobbed up there for Thompson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Hornets trail by 7. Outside for Curry. On the 3 off target.
Another rebound hold in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring basketball.
To end the run, Bridges. Rebounded by the Pistons. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. Double-digit advantage on the board. They just pounded them inside.
And you see that one-motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
Simpson the pass to Williams. Pass to Simpson. On the wing, Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Harris. Here's Cunningham. Hornets with the rebound. Williams has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time out. And there's the foul. It's on -3. That is his first foul of the game.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnover. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
Cunningham for 3. And again, Cunningham missing. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. It's a 13-point game.
There you go.
Up and in and on the line. Bridges got 23.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strengths.
Yeah, I mean, touch the hot hand. You're exactly right.
Tim Hardaway
I say
Jr.
let those triples fly.
A go-to shot for Hardaway Jr. He can really hurt defenses from downtown.
The pass to Curry. There's a minute 40 left in the first half of the game. Green finds Curry for 3. Bridges. A shot, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
A clear look for Hardaway. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Hardaway has got 9.
Yeah, you know, the second period has been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
Simpson, the pass to Bridges. Outside for Curry. Charlotte moving it around.
There you go.
Bridges with it. Harris is there. Offensive rebound. Ball's not loose. Passes it to Curry. Tries it again. Takes it inside. On the wing, Bridges. Defended by Duran. Bridges missing again.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. He just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Team's
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
shooting for
You know,
Detroit.
over time, I think Harris has become really good at accepting more responsibility, and that's part of learning how to be a leader.
Curry against Hardaway. Pass to Bridges.
I got you. That's it.
And Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
That's a two from Cunningham. Boom! So it's Detroit closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us. There was absolutely no stopping Cade Cunningham in the first half. Yet. And that wraps up the half.
Boy. Yeah, you like me for this.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the strike time and time again.
On the court for the Pistons, Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Cunningham is out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Duran in at the 5 spot.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Here's Simpson.
Shit, damn!
Williams can't get it to go.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Bridges double team. Out to the right wing. Green kicks to Bridges. Back to Green. The dish to Curry. Out to Bridges. A three. And a great assist by Curry. That one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Cunningham outside. Williams with the block. They recover it. Green kicks to Bridges. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Going inside and snapped in by Bridges.
Boy, look how easily Ben just shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
Cunningham dishes it to Thompson. In the corner, it's Duran. Back to Thompson. Pocket 6. And it's Thompson with the jam.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Yeah.
Cunningham outside. On the wing, Bridges. And Charlotte turns it over again.
Taking a look here at some stats for Cunningham. Just an incredible month of basketball. He's getting around 28 points per, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving, and of course, finds the open man.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Here's Simpson. Bridges right side. The train. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Oh, no.
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate.
To the basket.
Some promising young players and more help. Others will follow it up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. And so Cunningham nails both of them.
Fuck.
Third quarter of basketball here. Just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Simpson. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Here's Bridges. Detroit with the rebound. Cunningham's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Thompson.
Hey!
Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really
Get on, nigga.
off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punch it home like that.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Oh shit.
18 feet out.
Simpson,
Who the fuck
no
is
good.
this?
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Pass to Cunningham. Bears the lob to Durant.
Hey.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And that's something Cunningham
Like it, baby. I like
tried
it.
in
Like the
sharp
alley-hoop.
read with that
Fucking
pinpoint
ball,
pass.
bro. That pass. Fuck, I can get the ball.
Hardaway against Curry.
Get the ball,
They
boy.
kick it out to Green. Hardaway with the steal.
Tavares.
Slam dunk by Harris.
Catch that bitch, Tavares.
Sometimes it's that simple. Just get it up in the air and let Harris do the rest of the work.
Damn.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Will it go?
Hell no.
Duran pulls it in. Detroit's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. And
Yo, Evan,
slam dunk by
Tavares.
Harris.
And their
Yeah,
balanced
Tavares.
effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Bridges deciding where to go with it.
There you go.
Hell no.
Cunningham outside.
Hey, go give it to Tavares. Tavares.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Bridges.
Hell no.
Pulls it in.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
On its way from
Not your
Curry
game.
for 2.
Oh. Come on. It is my game.
Fuck.
Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far.
Knock it down,
One
knock it
breakdown
down.
for the Pistons.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement game long. They're really to just make that extra pass.
They brought the hard hats and the lunch pails with them, too. Done some great work down inside.
For Detroit, they've gone 8 of 10
Shoot that bit,
here in the
Tavares.
second half.
Boom.
A nice shot by Harris.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Curry looking around. Shot clock at 6. Over in the corner, Green. Now the pass to Williams. And they force the shot clock violation. 3D.
26 seconds on shot clock. It ain't 24, y'all tripping.
Here's Cunningham. He's got 32. Here's the lob for him.
Hey!
And
Surprise!
you look at Harris, he's really improved as a scorer. He's become a go-to option due to how efficient he is putting the ball in the basket.
Here's Simpson.
Okay, Tavares.
And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it.
Hardaway. Bah!
That's good. Cunningham. Hardaway's got 11 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
High basketball IQ on display from Curry there, making a quick pass.
What the hell is?
Detroit's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13.
And this is how you want
Kill
to
him.
come out of the half. Prolific and
About to put that in his fucking
Well, I
cover.
like the disposition and attitude since halftime.
Put his ass on my
They're
ceiling.
patiently looking for good shots.
Hell no.
Curry can't get it to
Good shit,
go.
Tavares.
Pistons shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%.
Yeah, that's number
Hey,
5.
running
One more,
2K
he is
creative
gonna be done.
motherfucker.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
And Detroit has possession. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer.
Hardaway.
A putback.
Yes, sir.
And Durant is right there. He's got 10.
So they're scoring
Fuck,
boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well,
Do
the
that shit.
defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Curry against Hardaway.
Tim
And the
Hardaway
foul
Jr.
called on Tim Hardaway Jr.
He trying to run through me. He can't get past me. Fucking
I like
defense.
the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he
Fucking
kind of
defense,
slid
bro.
underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Here's Green. Outside Williams. 5 to shoot. Here's Curry with the 3.
Takes his defensive work seriously. Hardaway Jr. proving to be a difficult stopper.
Cunningham outside. Here's Thompson. The kick out to Cunningham. Pistons passing it around.
Yeah.
18 feet out. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 13 rebounds in the game. Conceding. Hardaway against Curry. It's deflected. And here's Cunningham.
Damn, let's
He's got
go.
32. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Here's Bridges. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Bridges has got 30 points.
Well, he's very dependable from that area, so Bridges, to me, should look to keep attacking. when he
Shoot
gets
that
the
bitch,
ball in
Tobias.
his space. Defense better watch out. They better be alert, because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Bridges has got 9 points in the quarter.
Boy, that time saw daylight and took advantage.
Passes it to Hardaway.
2 minutes
Cunningham
remaining.
outside.
2 minutes.
6 to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of
Oh,
this
that's a
game.
real play.
Gotta respect that Cunningham takes charge, making something happen and drawing the contact.
And the Hornets making a change here.
a real catch,
Smith
right?
is checked in. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They kick it out to Green. Here's Bridges.
Hell no.
Blocks it again.
Get that shit out of here.
Ball goes
So
to
far,
Charlotte.
that's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. It's stolen by Harris.
Alley right. Oh, wow.
And here we go.
Hey.
Slams it in.
I
I like the dish from Hardaway Jr., proving once again he's a team-first player.
Here's Williams. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Williams has got 12 in the game.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Here's Cunningham out to Thompson.
Oh, hell.
And again.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Curry with it. He's got 20. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. 5 on the clock. Here's Bridges. Rebound, Detroit. Cunningham passes to Durant.
Hey!
And another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Here's Curry.
Oh, I'm in there.
And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Cunningham's shot is off. Bridges against Harris. And there's Bridges on the assist from Green. 34 points for Miles Bridges.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Here's Cunningham. Draws
Come
contact. Three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Second personal foul.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
Shooting for Detroit, Cade Cunningham. 1 shot.
That's good from Cunningham. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are... And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Charlotte shooting for the game at 42%. Mark Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Smith. Then there's Josh Green. And it's Curry in a shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Detroit's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Green with the block. And they get it back. There's the lob for Harris.
Hey, don't have it, Jabari.
And look at Harris just going for it. Up high for that alley-oop.
Outside for Curry. The three-pointer off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Duran, no good. Here's Charlotte. Out to Smith. Bridges outside. We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend, and direction has changed. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. But things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players, so I think it's a good thing overall.
Out to Harris from outside the arc. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got his 6th rebound on the night. Smith trying to break loose and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Personal foul.
You know, one of the things that endeared Miles Bridges to his college coach was he was a superstar in talent, but played with a blue-collar mindset.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Cunningham for 3. Detroit, no good that time either. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Bridges kicks to Smith. Harris looking it over. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Hardaway against Curry. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now.
Hell no.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think
Oh,
so.
the
Maybe somebody want to ease up off the threes.
Boy, excellent situational awareness from Hardaway Jr. that time. I mean, he seems to know exactly where to get when the break is on.
Clark, the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years. And I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do. Even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching. But I read a lot about them. Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers, and all of those great teams. Obviously, high school graduate of 1979, the Bird and Magic rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan. Those Pistons-Bulls rivalries were pretty intense and must-watch TV, so there have been a lot over the years.
Thompson dishes to Harris. Back to Thompson. Over Green. And again, it's the Pistons missing. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Curry outside. Sinks the triple. Curry's got 14 points here in the second half.
At the arc, Curry's so consistent. I mean, he'll knock it down every chance he gets from there. Well, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
For three, Bridges kicks to Curry. Here he goes. And it's blocked. And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. Two on the clock. Williams for three. Rebound by the Pistons. Harris has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Jones slams it in.
The vision of Hardaway Jr. He scanned the floor and found his teammate.
The Hornets have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. On its way from Curry for 2. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. We felt it. Even over here we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Curry on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway. Curry against Hardaway. Out to Smith. With his first shot attempt, Duran pulls it in. Detroit's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Curry. Off target from the wing.
He needs to find other ways to contribute besides shooting. Sometimes you have to learn how to play well when you're not playing well.
Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Out to Smith, beyond the arc. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. The Pistons shooting 40% in the fourth. Cunningham right side. Williams with the block. They get it back. Goes back up. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 40 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
And, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
Detroit gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Detroit with the ball. And they double up Cunningham. Harris finds Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Here's Thompson.
You know, as a defender, Bridges is pretty intimidating. I mean, he does a good job of working at keeping you smothered up.
Charlotte moving the ball around. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Pistons ball.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And Durham slams it in.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Like Katie just do some crazy ass shit.
Outside Curry. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
It's on Jalen Durham.
Team foul.
It's hard to know what Seth's going to do when he pulls up this close. He's excellent at making the defense uncomfortable.
The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
You know, that's a set that's comfortable for Bridges. I mean, he's got a good feel for the pick and roll, either as a creator or as a finisher.
And they double up Cunningham. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebound by Williams. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Bridges passes to Smith. Back to Bridges.
Yes, I called it in. Leave it out,
That
but
athletic ability gets Bridges to the rim there.
Go!
He almost totally shrugged off the defense.
Tipped away. And stolen by Williams.
Perfect communication and timing on that alley-oop. Bridges saw the opening and then bounced right to the rim.
oh shit.
It's stolen by Smith. Fast break now for Charlotte. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Kate Cunningham.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Hush, hush. Hush.
Free throw drop for Smith.
Hush. Something beat me. Something beat me. You got roast.
On the wing, Thompson.
Beat me.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
What I appreciate about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
Regarding court layout, Clark, do you think there should be more space around the court to reduce collisions?
Yeah, part of me would say that makes a lot of sense and would be prudent. I mean, you've got to balance that with access to fans who want to be for those premium seats as close to the action as possible. But it is difficult when you see a fan collide with the players. So I think you balance it. I would like to see a little more room. Give the fans the experience and access, but maybe create a little more cushion between the playing surface and those high-priced seats.
Cunningham for 3. The shot off that time. Here's Charlotte. They're on a 14-5 run here. Green dishes to Smith. That one, no good. Cunningham with some nice D. Fires away from way outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Cunningham, plenty of space. Rebound by Williams. Charlotte's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. That's a 2 from Smith. Rebound by the Pistons. Cunningham's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. On the wing, Thompson. Fires from the corner, and it goes down 2 points. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's just good fundamentals from Cunningham. When a guy is that open, you gotta get it to him.
Williams finds Bridges.
Somebody tell me how to play.
Clark, when you play, virtually every team had an enforcer. But that is a rare breed, it seems, in today's game.
Yeah, that's a good observation by you, I think, Kevin. I mean, a lot of teams had more than one enforcer back in the early 80s when I was playing. There's less physicality in general in the NBA today. I think that's why you see fewer enforcers, and there's a much greater premium on skill level than the enforcement component that existed in the early 80s and maybe a little beyond that.
That one good for 2. Bridges has got 46 points.
Boy, this man knows how to handle that rock. Looks like it's part of his body.
That's a 2 from Cunningham. And Curry pulls it down. And it's the Hornets' ball.
Bless a young nigga like me. Bless me, bless a young nigga like me. Bless me, bless a young nigga like me. Bless